was a day when all you needed to do was ask, can I check your references and do you have insurance? Those days are gone. There's an awful lot of people out there, especially recently, that have been laid off from companies. They're not insured. They're not registered with the proper authorities in their state. Here in Pennsylvania, a contractor needs to be registered with the Attorney General's office. So that's a good place to check. You could check with the Better Business Bureau. A handyman should be registered with the Chamber of Commerce. Besides, can I check your references and do you have insurance? You need to know, how much do they take up front? You want to be wary of a contractor that's going to take too much money up front. In Pennsylvania, a contractor, whether it's a handyman or a contractor, is only allowed to take 1/3 of the project price up front, unless he has to order special order materials that can only be used on your house. Beware the handyman or the contractor that wants to take half or 3/4 up front. All that means is that he's not in good standing with his local suppliers. A good handyman who's running a legitimate business, paying his own insurance, paying his taxes, paying his workman's comp for any employees that he has, you can expect to pay $45 to $85 an hour. Now that ranges. If you're in Kentucky, you might see the $45 range. If you're out in California, you're going to look at the higher end. I know some businesses that are in the $100, $105 an hour, but that's kind of extreme. So a general rule of thumb, $45 to $70 an hour for a handyman. If they're much cheaper than that, you want to find out why. Are they paying their taxes? Do they have insurance? Those are interesting questions if you have a guy that's going to work for $20 or $25 an hour. One thing that you want to do is, if you can get a handyman or a contractor via a reference of a neighbor, somebody who has already used this contractor and somebody who has already checked his references, check to make sure that he's registered with any local authorities, check with the Better Business Bureau. Those are some of the things that you want to do. So, and getting a contractor on a referral is always great because they're tried and true. The things you want to stay away from is the guys that are out of state, have unmarked trucks, don't have proper clothing or proper ID, guys that say they're working in the neighborhood and they can cut everybody a great deal if everybody would just give them $500 up front and they'll take care of all your home improvement needs. Those guys, they come up in the summer from North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. When things start to slow down in their part of the country, they come up to the Northeast. And they collect an awful lot of deposits, and then they head back down south with the money, and they don't even bring a hammer with them. They have no intentions of doing the work. So doing your due diligence, making sure that they're a registered contractor, trying to get a contractor through a referral, someone who's done work in the neighborhood, checking the Better Business Bureau, checking with any authorities, local authorities. Those are always good. And beware of people who want to take a lot of money up front.